some other common reasons why business owners hate working for companies they own. And keep in mind that this is a single video, so my responses should be used as a guide to help you create a customized solution to your unique situation. I define no work-life balance as working excessive hours, more than 9 to 10 hours a day, most days every day, and lacking personal time or not able to spend quality time with family or take time for self-care. I would immediately start resolving this issue by setting strict work hours, and this includes establishing boundaries with employees and clients. Clients would be required to schedule appointments during working hours to discuss anything. Retrain yourself to turn off the ringer on your phone and don't pick up your phone to respond to emails. This will take time, but can be accomplished if this is an issue you would seriously like to resolve. Part of being a business owner is that you have to do everything yourself, especially if funds are limited to hire someone to help. There is no way that you can complete every single task as a business owner, and it can become overwhelming. If lack of funds is an issue, consider hiring a subcontractor to help with projects that can be delegated. There are many qualified people on pay-per-project platforms like Fiverr and other low-cost subcontractors in other countries. Consider a temporary reduction in discretionary spending to cover this cost. It can be frustrating as a business owner to experience high-level employee turnover, staff that can't meet deadlines, or generally underperforming people that lack accountability. This is where your systems and processes come in. What is your new hire process? Can this be improved to attract applicants that may be better fit for your company? What about employee expectations? Have you created a job description so everyone is on the same page? Consider investing time in creating a successful hiring and training program for your company, along with an employment evaluation system and, if necessary, an employment termination process when you see that someone is not a good fit for your company. The longer you hang on to someone that is not working out, the more entrenched they become at your company, and another reason to hate working for a company you own. I've had this issue where the effort put into the client was not worth the money they were paying. I don't care how much I bill them. Difficult clients demand too much and create unnecessary stress. Skipping things like agreements and contracts is easy, especially when you're being bullied by a customer or when your business runs at lightning speed and processes don't exist. You can greatly reduce customer pressure by setting boundaries. Communicate expectations up front in writing and learn to say no to customers when they are not a good fit. Cash flow issues not only make it hard to breathe, it makes it difficult to show up to your business every day when you know there is no money in the till. Review your company's marketing strategy. What's that? You don't have a marketing strategy? Your customers need to know that you or your product is available. A marketing budget of $100 a month can go a long way when combined with free marketing platforms. Set a budget and keep it strict, and do all you can to promote your business and track cash flow every day. Burnout. Plain and simple. Long hours without recovery will eventually lead to grumpiness, exhaustion, and a hatred for your company. Look at the solutions I offered under the No Work-Life Balance section. In addition to those solutions, schedule breaks throughout the day, even if it's a walk around the block. The desire to start your business could turn into a grind over time when the original passion for the company you own is lost. Examine why you started the business in the first place. Is there another avenue the business can take? Another strategic growth opportunity to reignite your excitement? Another strategy to implement is to focus on parts of the business you love while delegating or automating the repetitive tasks. Do you have employees, yet you still can't step away from your business for a day or a week without everything falling apart? Or there's a work stoppage? This is where your systems and processes come in. These systems and processes are what allows your company to still produce its goods and services while you, the business owner, have the ability to step away from the business. Are you worn out by constant decision making? Not only is it constant decision making tedious, it drains your energy. Think about what systems can be delegated when possible and document standard procedures. This should free you up as the business owner to focus on high impact and critical decisions. How many business owners thought owning a business meant freedom, but you feel trapped? Consider rethinking why you started the business in the first place. Adjust your expectations to more realistic ones. Create a plan to delegate tasks when you can. And remember, freedom comes from building systems and leadership, not just business ownership. So you do have systems, but your business operations are still chaotic. Understand and implement workflow mapping, where you identify each step from start to product completion and document those steps. If you've already done this, updates and improvements should be implemented regularly. Lack of mentors or peers can make business owners feel alone. Having support of like-minded people can help overcome many obstacles. I highly recommend joining business groups, networking groups, chambers of commerce organizations, or hire a business coach. All the pressure of business success rests on your shoulders as the business owner. With so many people betting on your business to succeed, the weight of these people and their future plans involving your business can get pretty heavy. It should help you feel better to build a safety net and develop contingency plans in case business gets into any trouble. Don't hesitate to enact these plans at the first signs of trouble. If the growth of your business stalls or hits a plateau, that could add to your fear of failure, isolation, and other topics we discussed in this video. Look at the business plateau as a signal, not a dead end. A business plateau could mean that it's time to reevaluate your business model. Look at new revenue streams. Remove bottlenecks. Refresh marketing and sales strategies. Consider scaling strategically or other business examination tasks. Your business can't function without you, even with employees or subcontractors. This is where training employees or hiring the right subcontractors can greatly help. Delegate critical tasks and develop leaders within your company. Hating your own business does not mean you failed. It means something in your operations, systems, or mindset needs to be fixed. Start small. Pick one issue from that list and create a business process. To get started, click the video on the screen.